Welcome to Fantasy Legends, my name's Scott, and today we're going to be looking at Final Fantasy 13 and what I think the best weapons to use on each character are, which ones to level up, which ones to make stronger, as it can be a lot of choice in Final Fantasy 13. Obviously, due to the amount of strategies that you can have in this game, most of this will be opinion based rather than actually what is the best. We'll obviously give the reasons why I choose these weapons and what strategies work well with them and why they work so well with those characters. Before I get into the video, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really does help me out. First up, we will look at Fang, and I've gone with the taming pole. This is due to a few factors. The fact that it is such a diverse weapon, you can run her with Commando, Saboteur, and even the Ravager if need be. This weapon does come with the disadvantage of stagger lock. However, if you run Fang as a commando, this won't actually be an issue for you at all. And also, the other advantage to this weapon, and reason why it's one of my favourite to use for Fang, is the fact that it allows you to have a random instant chain, which is actually really useful in long fights because the chance of it actually triggering is quite low. But as obviously the fight goes on, and some of the Final Fantasy 13 fights can last for a long time, especially the bosses, this weapon is brilliant for those sort of things. The thing I would say about this weapon, it isn't the most strongest in raw power. You could easily go with the Pulse Lady or the Dragoon's Lance if you wanted a stronger attack. However, due to the versatility of the taming pole, due to the ability of the random chance, I would pick this weapon over the other two. Next up, we have Snow, and I chose his weapon Umbra. This is due to a few reasons. With Snow, it doesn't matter so much about his weapon at some points due to the fact that you normally use him as high HP in order to take damage away from the other members. I just feel that Umbra as a weapon helps most in this due to its ability, which is improved ward, which gives you that defense bonus in battle that sometimes you just need that little bit of extra defense, especially when you're playing with Snow, because attack-wise he's not the best character. Next up, we have Hope, and I go for the Hawkeye in this case. That's mainly due to the fact that really he's used mainly as a magic user, and that's mainly the stat that you need to concentrate on when you're talking about Hope. This weapon doesn't come with any abilities, however it does have the highest magic stack bonus. Just makes it amazing in terms of using Hope as a mainly healer / buff. I'd be interested to know if any of you guys have any other interesting strategies that you use with Hope. Let me know in the comments down below. Next up, we have Vanille, and I chose Belladonna's Wand. This was an easy decision due to its improved debuffing ability. Mainly used her as a saboteur throughout the game, and this gave a heightened chance on those moves actually landing for her. This weapon made it easy for the other party members to dispatch the enemies due to the debuffing techniques of Vanille. So yeah, she's a brilliant supporting character in my opinion. With Saz, I went for Procyon. Sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly, as I'm not too sure actually how that weapon's pronounced. However, I use this weapon due to the stagger maintenance ability, which in my opinion is brilliant for just wailing on the enemies. For those of you that don't know, the stagger maintenance ability extends the stagger of once enemies are in that state. So it does make it a lot stronger because obviously most of the damage you do, especially against a lot of the bosses, is while they are in stagger. Finally, we have Lightning's weapon, and for this one I chose Lionheart for a couple of reasons. Firstly, of course, who can forget Lionheart in Final Fantasy VIII and those fond memories of using Lionheart there, but also the fact that it's just an amazing weapon for Lightning. It has the quick stagger ability, which allows you, once you hit 80% of the stagger bar, a random chance that it's automatically going to 100. In my opinion, this is a brilliant ability, especially in long fights against bosses, which are the more tougher fights in Final Fantasy 13, obviously. There you have it. There's my list of weapons I use for each character and some of the strategies and reasons why I use them. What strategies do you guys use? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you have a favourite weapon in Final Fantasy 13? Also let me know. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for listening.